review. Action. What's going on, moviegoers all over the world? My name is Ryan D. You can call me Ryan680.
I'm Angela with that cat lady Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk. Movie Talk for movie fans, ladies and gentlemen, where we bring the movie world right into your ears, guys, into what you're watching. Any device out there, ladies and gentlemen. I got a storm here, and it's making me nervous, guys. We got a storm here down here in San Antonio, Texas right now, so it's been a little lightning. But, you know, it's not... If the power shuts off, you hear a little thunder, you know it's not us. All right, guys? Hope you know. All right, man. So let's get right to it. This is our Ma review, ladies and gentlemen. And, you know, I'm going to say this first before we go into it. You know, this movie wasn't marketed very well. I feel like I really didn't see this movie until when we came home after watching the screener for it. We came home and I saw a trailer. I was like, I didn't see any of these trailers before, really, I didn't see them, and then now after we saw the movie, we started seeing them a lot more. So I was just like, what the heck?
Well, for me, I work from home, so I do have a TV in the background as I'm working.
Yeah.
But I did see the trailers a couple times throughout the day.
Yeah.
So maybe you missed them because you obviously work. You don't have access to a TV. So you maybe have not seen it as much. But yeah, it was marketed throughout the day. I remember seeing trailers. It was pretty much the same trailer over and over. I would see it a couple times in like the beginning of the trailers and the movies we would see. So I would say it was marketed pretty okay. Not super marketed. Like there's just films you just keep seeing different trailers, posters everywhere. I wouldn't say it was to that extent. It was marketed just enough to get a captive audience, I guess.
Yeah, okay, I got you there. So this was BH Productions, ladies and gentlemen, Blumhouse, and you know, this budget was $5 million. This movie's gonna make over $5 million. It is. Yeah, it's inevitable.
I would hope so.
And it's playing over 2,500 something theaters, guys. And it's gonna make that $5,000 budget. It's almost a $5 million budget. So the thing is with these kind of movies with Blumhouse, what they've always known is that we could be the budget $5 million no matter what, and then they're gonna make that over. So they're just like, we make money. That's it. That's the way to do it. That's the way to make a movie. I mean, so. But now we.
So how are you feeling? Yeah. How are your feelings on that formula, though?
I mean, they've been doing it for a long time now. If it works, it works, but not necessarily when it comes to good quality work, I guess you could say, in a sense. But then again, we did just get done seeing Godzilla, which be sure to check out our review on that. So that was another eye opener there. But so let's go ahead and talk about this movie, guys. You know, I'm gonna go right into it and just be like, it's a little fast paced when you start off this movie. Obviously, this is about teenagers, ladies and gentlemen. It's about going through high school, and then out of nowhere, you just find this wondrous woman just being like, oh yeah. Yeah,
well, I would say it was maybe not myself. I can't relate to it, but teenagers being teenagers, you know, they just want to hang out.
And they party at some old person's house.
What happens is they just want to find a safe place that they can drink.
Yeah.
And party and have fun and hang out. And so Octavia Spencer's character, Ma, offers that space, her basement in her home. So that's where it's set up. And so these teenagers, a group of them, it was like 4 of them.
Yeah, 4 of them. The original.
5. I think it's 5 of them. And they go and they hang out with Ma.
And following this character, you know, I'm going to say this as the nicest way because I'm going to go into my negativity rant. I'm going to say this the nicest way, though. All respect towards the actors and the actresses because this was not their fault, guys. I would say this. They had nothing to do with them whatsoever. They all did all they could have done with the script they had and everything like that. So with that being said, but I'm also going to give high praise to, of course, as well, is Deanna Silvers. We actually just got done seeing her in, what was that one good movie that we saw? Booksmart. Yeah, Booksmart, ladies and gentlemen. We just got done seeing her in that, and that was freaking good. So, I mean, just right off the bat, just having an actress like that, you know, after her role in Booksmart, you know, I just, you know, going into it was already going with a little bit of a positive note into it, which I really did admire. And then also, of course, not to say the Oscar winner, which I always have trouble pronouncing her name, Octavia Spencer.
For me, she was like the gold star in this movie. She was really the only one. I know we saw the other actress. I know we saw the other actress briefly in Booksmart, and she did a pretty fair job. Yeah. But I was more excited to see Octavia Spencer. But not just that, have her in a lead role. She's always done wonderful as supporting roles.
The Help. We've seen her in The Help. We've seen her in
Shape of Water. We've seen her in so many movies.
Fruitvale Station. We've seen her in also, what was that? Hidden Figures. Hidden Figures. That was a good movie. That was an all-good cast.
This is like the time where she is the main lead role. Yeah. And she's doing something outside of her comfort zone. I personally haven't seen a film where she takes on, I guess, the antagonist, the villain, as you could say. And I was pretty excited to see that going into that. So she was the reason I was drawn to this film.
And, you know, like I said, I don't think any actor or actresses could have really... I mean, it did help, but she was, you know, she's Oscar winner, of course. But I don't think anyone could have really saved this movie, in a sense. And going into... So I'm going to say it was a poor intro. It was very fast-paced, poor intro. A lot, you know, just some points wanted to be funny, and I didn't feel like they were at all funny. A lot of jokes, you could tell, like, the script was all like, oh, let's try to make audience laugh. It did not work for me whatsoever. I wasn't laughing. It was just like, okay.
But it's hard to make you laugh.
No, yeah. When it comes to comedy, I'm very picky.
And for me,
when it comes down to
for me, those jokes you're referring to, I'm not as critical as that. I enjoy comedies. I'm not as nitpicky as you are. So, but I think maybe some of them may not have meshed well, but for the most part, they were okay. They weren't like knee slappers or you're laughing so hard, but they were little jabs here and there that just kind of make you chuckle to yourself.
I just felt like it was very poor writing on that aspect and just very unbelievable circumstances in this movie. It was so unbelievable. I was just like,
for me,
there was no logic in like.
And
really,
for me, I have to disagree with you on some parts. So for the most part, it made sense because as a teenager, if you have literally, and they set it up, this is a small town. Yeah. There's only so much you can go. Yeah. Everyone knows everybody. So if you're a teenager with nothing to do, and you always want to party and drink and have fun and hang out, if a stranger who, and it's going to be a spoiler, she bought them liquor. If a stranger is offering that kind of help and she offers to have a safe space, I mean, it's not a far reach to have them follow her and party in her basement. Yeah, she's offering us. So a lot of the logic for me, it makes sense. It's not far fetched where it's like it just doesn't happen.
No, I'm not saying it just felt unrealistic in the sense to where, and obviously it's just a lot of social media. Like she literally found it was just Facebook. It was just, and
that's believable. And that's believable. She stalks them on social media, and it's believable because there's just so much information out there.
And of course, I didn't even know Luke Evans was in this movie. I was all like, what the heck?
Good. I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I was just like, maybe he just took this role just to take something. I just feel like it wasn't, like I said, he wasn't really, I don't want to say he wasn't a main character, not to give it away or anything, but he just wasn't, it didn't feel fulfilled. His role didn't feel fulfilled for it, but maybe that would have been his role in the script wise. That's probably what it was.
I don't think he was intended to be anything major than just adding to Octavia Spencer's character, because all of these characters, it's like I said, small town, they know everybody.
Yeah. I would say this though, there's one funny scene and it's the violent scene, and that's pretty hilarious. I really did love one of the violent scenes in there, and which was pretty funny because it was just like she made a joke right after, which I was kind of laughing at, and not to spoil it, but you'll know what I'm talking about. One sheriff, right? There was no deputies. Like I was just like,
again, it's only one guy. It's not completely far fetched because it is a small town. Yeah. It's not like San Antonio. We have 4 million people in our town, so it's a little bit different.
I think we have more than that.
We have a lot more than that, but it wasn't as far-fetched. I wasn't as bothered by the logic. There's a couple things that I was like, it doesn't make sense. I will for the most part, the logic, it made sense to me.
I just felt like there was no logic whatsoever in this movie. Like I said, just the budget in this movie was $5 million, and I would say I don't think it's worth any penny. Any penny spent, I don't think it's worth any.
I think it was for me.
It was a good idea. I'll say that.
I liked the idea. I liked the concept. Yeah. I think Octavia Spencer did a great job portraying that. She has this demeanor. We've always come to know her as like heartwarming, and she plays like the good character, like almost wise. But this was completely different for her, and I liked how she stepped out of her box and did that. I think she did it actually pretty well, considering this movie wasn't completely stellar. But I think herself as an actress in this role, taking it on, I think she did pretty well. And it was pretty entertaining for me to watch. I didn't love it completely, but I was entertained by it. I didn't completely disgusting hate it after I left the theater. Mm-hmm. But my opinion is a little bit different than yours.
No, I'm not gonna say I hated it. No, it was okay. I just feel like it's in the run for. I'll say this, and you can quote on me. I said on Twitter, it's probably in the run for one of the worst movies of 2019. But I mean, so far the year, the year's not over yet. We're approaching halfway through the year, so it could, maybe it could make it's not gonna make Oscar, obviously not.
Oh
but,
no,
but no, definitely not. But I will say that it was a good idea. I mean, this is one of those movies where it probably sounded good on paper. And then when the filming came, it just sounded better on paper.
Yeah, it could have been executed a little bit better, but I feel like I agree with you. The concept, the whole story, it was an interesting idea.
I was as far as was this the film that we deserved? I'll be like, no, this wasn't really. I didn't. Yeah, again, I didn't go into any expectations, and no, this was not the movie we deserved. I feel like you.
It's hard because I really did enjoy Octavia Spencer, but I feel like it should have been better written. So no, I don't think we deserved that type of script.
Okay, now we're going into our ratings, ladies and gentlemen. Rating 1 out of 10. What are you going to give it?
That's so hard. I think I'm going to give it a 5 because it's pretty average to watch.
Yeah, that's pretty high for okay.
No, it's pretty average to watch. I was entertained. Yeah. I loved the main characters. I loved Octavia Spencer. I loved her. Yeah. I enjoyed it overall, and I think it was pretty okay. I think it was pretty solid 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give this a 2. I'm gonna give this a 2 just because just going into it and everything. Like I said, it went on a positive note. I did have positive, a little bit of positive going into it, and I've gone to movies where it's like pure negative, and then it becomes out, and you come out positive, and then neutral, and then you come out neutral. So it's just like I said, this is one of those movies where it was just like it was a good idea, good concept, but no, sorry, didn't work. Like for me, it didn't work whatsoever. But yeah, so I will say that, guys. I'm gonna give it a 2. I would say I am not recommending this movie to go see it at a theater near you because this along this week it comes out Rocket Man and Godzilla King of Monsters. Of course, I'm gonna tell you to go see Godzilla or Rocket Man because I mean we just got done seeing Godzilla and God, man, it was we'll talk about that. Be sure to look it up on our YouTube review. But I will say this though, when it comes to it though, it's all different genres. So if maybe you're not into Godzilla, that's perfectly fine. Maybe you already saw Rocket Man and you just want to go see a movie at the theater. Check out Ma. We're not saying we encourage everyone to go check out a movie, any movie that we review. We go ahead and encourage y'all to check it out. Give y'all's inputs on it. Maybe you loved it so much. Put it on the comments down below. Tell us why you loved it. But like I said, it just didn't work out for me. It worked out a little bit better for my wife here, but
yeah, I would definitely give it a try, especially if that's genre is up your alley, like the little bit of a thriller, suspenseful.
There was no suspense whatsoever.
But that's what the type of genre it is. That's what it is. I'm telling you the truth. You may not have sensed it. That's the genre.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you like that type of genre, I would definitely recommend just giving it a try. Again, I would recommend Godzilla or Booksmart.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I would definitely see those first.
Yeah.
But if it's something you just want to like just kind of see just to pass time or you're just curious, I would definitely recommend it.
No, yeah, be sure to check it out, guys, at theater near you, ladies and gentlemen. And this is actually directed by Tate Taylor. So yeah, like I said, just this is a guy that's actually known to do the movie The Help, which is a good movie. And to see this in his resume now, it just kind of brings him. I would say it brings him a little bit down. But like I said, critics are giving it high praises right now. It's officially 62% on Rotten Tomatoes. But yeah, so be sure to check it out, guys. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that cat lady Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk. Movie Talk for movie fans, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, be like a review. Hit that subscribe button, guys. You know you want to. All right? You know you want to. If you want to see us argue, we'll argue on camera for 1 million subscribers. No, I'm just kidding. If we hit 1 million subscribers, we'll do it. I'm just kidding. All right, guys. Thank you. Have yourself a wonderful day.